Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Exeter Racecourse here on Tuesday. It is the 22nd of October 2024. Gonna look at the fifth race of the 428 from Exeter, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the 428, the fifth race, which is to Paul Ferguson's Jumpers to follow Best Mate Handicap Chase. It's Class 3 Handicap Chase going for a purse of $21,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards, horses rated 0 to 135. 10 horses are contesting the distance of ground here of 4,800 meters, or the distance of ground of 3 miles over the chase course. I'm going to go with the 4 horse, a Buffalo Soldier as the top selection. 4, 5, 6 for me in the tri-cash trifecta. 4, 5, 6 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection, 4 horse, a Buffalo Soldier. The 7-year-old gelding by Mailer here. Warren Great Rex trains. James Bowen gets the mounts. The horse's most recent outing came in a Class 2 novice handicap chase at Ayr, 3 miles on the 20th of April. And the horse finished fourth by 4 3/4 lengths that day, and he was with them early on, setting some good fractions. He jumped well, and then when he got to the final few fences, he just started to yield. He kind of weakened out of it. He saw a little soft ground, which I don't think he absolutely liked. I think he likes the fast ground that he's going to see today. Coming here early season fast ground, off the bench, he could get around the race course well and find the winner's enclosure, I think, today. He ran 2 back in Newbury on the 22nd of April, 2 miles 7/8 in a Class 3 novice limited handicap chase, and he finished third by 11 lengths that day. And he was on the drive excelling that day. He jumped well. He just needs something more late. You just got overtaken by slightly better horses, but he jumped a terrific race that day with a good weight on his back. And then 2 miles 3/4 at Newbury back in January in a Class 4 novice handicap chase, went by 10 lengths that day. He was all out the best. He quickened up nicely. He jumped a terrific race. Even with 168 pounds on his back, he still ran terrifically. A very good run. Compared to the disaster for the race before Doncaster over the 3 in a Class 3 novice limited handicap chase. He finished 6th by 50 lengths that day. He never jumped well. He just was not comfortable. He likes the fast ground. He saw fast ground before that at Hereford, where he didn't have the best beginnings early on, but after that he really took off clear and jumped a terrific race. Refreshing here, he could win. The 5 horse Antuilla for John Joe O'Neill, I think, could win also. Hasn't won in quite a few seasons here, but the form last time out at Worcester really needed that race, where he just wasn't really fluid that day. He came back off the year-and-a-half bench at Stratford, where he had a decent place that day. The winner was much the best, but he jumped around the race course okay. A couple subpar mistakes, but I've seen worse races. He hasn't had a full season since early 2023. Coming back here, he might need the race, but I think he has that hidden ability that can win here. At 7-1, let's use him on the ticket. If you go back to the 21-22 campaign, he's had some races back then that could definitely win here. But to recount my selection for the fifth, the 428 from Exeter, we're going to take the 4 horse, a Buffalo Soldier. Give kudos to the 5 horse Antuilla. 4, 5, 6 tri-cast trifecta. 4, 5 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everyone.